Hey, what's up, everyone? This your boy, the real Papa Smurf, here to review another one of my dungeon runs. And this one today is going to be an Eco Dome plus 10. And we got through this dungeon pretty quick, so it was a pretty good run. But yeah, let's review it and let's see how I did and how everyone else did. Let's get started.
Swordstripe has betrayed us.
4,
Okay, so we're going to have a pally tank and a druid healer.
1.
And then we have a pally and a mage. And he's an arcane mage. And of course, me as a Demonology Warlock.
There is nothing to keep the devourers out. My people stand no chance.
Shin is going to be the tank. These people and their names. Giant PP is the pally
Devourers seem to be coming from the enemy.
DPSer. Oh, and I'm sorry. Sykes is a frost mage, not an arcane mage. I thought he was an arcane mage. So looky there. And of course, me, I'm a Demonology Warlock. Pushing, starting strong too. Look at that. 18, 19, 20 mil. Wow. When you have a big pull, it's not hard to get to 20 mil. 21, 22. That's actually pretty amazing. I like big pulls like that. Do big deeps. And the Frost Mage is keeping up. I think he gets ahead of me at 1.2 for a second or two. You know, as the ads started dying, you know, the DPS starts falling off pretty quickly. But I think a couple of my demons decided they wanted to hit harder, and that pushed me back up a little bit.
Target change.
But don't ever discount the Frost Mage. These Frost Mages out here, boy. I know one in particular that's pretty darn good. Alright, so we pulled those two. And I didn't really see where he pulled these two at the top, but again, he pulled a lot, almost right up to the first boss. So, at our DPS level, at least with me and the Frost Mage, he probably could have pulled most of that trash all the way up to this first boss. It would have just screwed us once these mites came out. Now, I always have trouble on this fight, and you probably heard me say it before, but on this fight, the mites don't get close enough to the boss for my splash damage and my Hand to Gul'dan to be effective enough. And like my overlords and fell guards and all of them to do real damage to those pets. So I suck as far as DPS wise on this fight. Ultimately, okay, so Giant PP doesn't know the strats in here, and that's obvious. He should have put it, you know, you put it at 12, 3, 6, and 9. Looks like even mine was a little further up than normal, but it'll still get caught. Giant PP, on the other hand, no. Alright, good deal. Good deal. We're surviving here, folks. We're surviving. Alright, so my pets were hitting some of them. Again, Giant PP not knowing the strats. And this is where I don't understand sometimes how people get into 10s like this. I mean, he was obviously carried through this dungeon, and I hate talking bad about people, but you can see it for yourself, folks. You know who's getting carried. You know who isn't.
With that thing dead, we can return to the real problem.
Luckily, we have a tank that can pump what the other one is supposed to be pumping. Now, I think I got held up here because I was having to respond to something on Twitch. Which, if you haven't checked me out on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/TheRealPapaSmurf. just like it is here on YouTube.
Marking zap.
And so let's just jump back in this fight.
Forging smash.
What I had to do didn't take me but a moment. And I even think I picked it up with the DPS too. Yeah, I just popped cooldowns with only 7 imps out.
Stay away from lines.
I gotta do better about that. I need 10 imps out before I pop my demonic tyrant almost at all times.
Stay away from lines. Target change.
Yeah, see, even there, I got I had a giant PP. We'll just start calling him the Pally Tank. Now, these Sentinels, I freaking hate these Sentinels as a ranged character. That shit they put on the ground constantly makes me have to move, and I don't like moving. You know.
Range 5. Stay away from lines.
All of this destruction for the traitors?
Arcane slash.
My Pit Lord right there, I love that Pit Lord. He hits like a truck.
Stay away from lines.
Okay, here comes an Overlord. We went in there.
Lines.
My power is transcendent.
Target change. Stay away from lines.
Ooh, that's a lot of lines. A lot of lines, right?
Range 5. Stay away from lines.
Yeah, more Hand of Godans. There we go. Next one is a Pit Lord.
Stay away from lines.
Yeah, keep doing Hand of Godans. See, that knocks time off of my next Diabolus pet that comes out. Right? So, the next one should be an Overlord. No, it already came out.
Stay away from lines.
And then the Chaos Lord here,
Stay away from lines.
that right there, I love that one. It does little damage, but for longer.
I simply wish you had
And-
lasted a little longer.
I simply wish I'd lasted a little longer too. Alright. Well, I'm not the first death. That was the third death
Stay away from lines.
in the dungeon.
War. War. Target change. Stay away from lines.
So long to get back.
Stay away from lines.
I do think I even die a couple more times in here, I think. But
Stay away
we're
from
not going to
lines.
talk about that yet.
Stay away from lines. Stay away from lines. Stay away from lines.
That damage, though. You send in those pets, and those pets, they can do some serious damage. And they will bite everything. They will slash everything. They will cleave on everything.
Stay away from lines.
5 seconds for a Pit Lord. Be perfect timing. Get him out. There he comes. Next one right here. But see, he does a mil plus damage and hits all of them.
Stay away from
Right.
lines.
Power, be certain they follow no further. Get rid of it. My power is transcendent.
Stay away from lines.
Okay, thank you for all that. My computer going crazy nuts over here. You heard it first. Fuck off. Boom. So that Ruination also does a lot of damage when it comes down, because it hits for a few million on everyone. That's how I'm doing 12 million damage per second right there.
Special coming. Target change.
Well, see, I'm staying about 100 million DPS ahead of the mage. That's not too bad. Yeah, he's catching up a little bit, but I'm on cooldown. Who dares summon me? Clutched it out at the very end. I'll take it. See, this is where you got to pay attention to the tank, because where everybody normally goes towards the third boss, he's coming up here onto the hill for us to murder all this stuff.
Target change.
Markings out.
Stay away from lines.
I've seen some 30 million DPS hits in there. Arcing zaps are getting off. I need to do better at getting those because I have an interrupt available right now. My axe toss from my demon.
Stay away from lines.
Pit Lord, here it comes.
Stay away from lines.
Well, this time my interrupt's on cooldown, so I can't really do anything else. Both of them are, in fact. My Felguard, Grimoire Felguard, and my Axe Toss are on cooldown right now. But here we go. I always seem to be right at 100 million damage on a fight ahead of the mage. I think he does beat me overall, though. So, kudos to him. Now, so he did this differently, too. And I had to let him know that I'm an enchanter so that they bring those folks into that room and then I can stun everything.
Target change.
So I'm going to wait for him to bring everything he can back into this little room.
Marking energy.
Looks like you got some things.
Range point. Watch your step.
We're killing it on time, though. We're at 67% of enemy forces. Now this is going to be 16% once we kill everything here. You can see that on the left side of the screen up here. It's at, this is a 16.58%. Now there's 15.5% left in this pull, and so on. I love this add-on for that because then I can actually see how much we really need. So we'll be at 84.5%, and there it is.
Stay away from
Energy
lines.
surge. War. Burrowing eruption. Markings out. Markings out.
Target change. Watch your step.
Let's see. Man,
Stay away from
that damage looks good, but what you don't realize is when those cosmic balls are out, it's all absorbed. It doesn't count towards your DPS meter. But it looks sexy as heck. Oh, get out when the whole screen is covered with numbers, because that's the damage that you're doing. And I mean, I'm doing 7.4, 7.2. This is worth 8%.
Watch your step.
So this is going to be enough right here to take us to the last 2 pulls of the instance after we finish this.
Watch your step.
And I mean, give it to the tank. The tank was ballsy. He knew he had a good group. And so he decided to do bigger pulls because he knew we could handle it. He knew the healer could hang tough, and he knew the DPS would down it fast enough that it wouldn't be a problem. So kudos to the tank for recognizing that after the first pull anyway. So yeah, we get to skip all this.
It was the only place our plans stood a chance of success.
Yeah, we're going to pull all this at once. And then we'll have 3 minutes to finish this and 3 key it. Otherwise, we're only going to 2 key this. Of course, I do know what we do, but if you read the description of this video, you know what we did. But for those that are wanting to remain in suspense, let's see what we do. Oh, that damage though. Oh my goodness.
Range 5. AOE incoming. AOE incoming.
All right, we got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Can we do 1.8 billion damage in 2 minutes and 6 seconds? Well, if you're looking at that right now, it looks like we can. You know, it's part of being a caster, but or probably any WoW player, to be honest with you, always be casting. Cast something,
Target change.
anything, even if it's not the best thing for you to cast while you're having to move.
Spirit incoming.
Is just cast something. But see, I'll tilt my camera up like that, right, so that I can see the line coming off me to direct me to where my guy is, because I can never find him. It's like blinding on this screen.
Spirit incoming.
If you look for that line's going to tell you where to go every time.
Phase change.
All right, where we at? Less than a minute, just under a minute. We got 650 million health to go.
Spirit incoming. Target change.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire. 15 seconds.
Spirit incoming.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And then I lag spiked right here. Like, what the heck? Well, there we go. We 3-keyed that. And that's not too bad at all. So there it is.
So much wasted.
Ecodome 10. And we did it in. Sorry, got to go back to the end here. We did it in 18 minutes and 33 seconds. Great time. I mean, you could do 3 of those on 1 flask if you did all 3 of them like that. Even if you plus 2 it, you could do 2 of them on 1 flask, just like that. So I realized this was a 10, but man, that was good. So at that point, I think that was Shin's key, because he's the only one over here. He ended up getting a 13 Halls of Atonement. So that's what he got. He's the only one with a 13, and since this was a 10, that has to be his key. But there you have it, folks. there is another dungeon down. And yeah, I would say that was pretty successful, you know. Now, I'm going to be doing some more videos. I think I'm also going to be tanking some videos here pretty soon so that you could see me just completely screw up as a tank or healer, I might add. And eventually, I might even throw in some raid fights, uh, ones that we at least down the boss, so it's interesting. Um, but yeah, anyway, if you like what you see here, hey man, help me out. Like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, you know. Go over to twitch.tv/the real Papa Smurf, man. Go follow me there. That's where I'm trying to build a community of WoW players and gamers alike, with other games as well. And it's just about building a community. And I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this as a hobby, you know, something in my spare time. And I just enjoy making content and doing it for you guys. So hopefully you saw something in there. And maybe I said something that helps you 3-key your ecodome. But until the next time, enjoy. We appreciate you, love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.